So Afro Creole Bombshell just came to my comment section. I'm guessing it's a woman. She says Mobile was the first capital of Louisiana. Then says stop trying to erase Mobile history. Okay, first of all, nobody's trying to erase anything. And you're about to get blocked for that comment. And I stand corrected. I did my research and Mobile was the first capital of Louisiana. Mobile is it's located in modern day Alabama. Okay, Mobile is in Alabama. Okay, so if we're talking about the original Louisiana, when Louisiana was much larger, yes. But that Louisiana no longer Louisiana reached up all the way to Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? Minnesota is irrelevant to Louisiana now. That's all irrelevant now. We're in the modern day. So when it comes to modern day Louisiana culture, I'm sorry, but places like Minnesota, Colorado, Arkansas, they got their own culture now. Like they're not, but yeah, I stand corrected, but nobody's trying to do anything. If you listen to the video, I clearly said that I believe New Orleans was the original capital of Louisiana. I didn't say for sure, okay? I just said I think so. I thought it was, but I stand corrected. But nobody's trying to erase anything, okay? If you listen and if you pay attention, I said I believe. And when you say you believe, what does that mean? That means I don't know for sure, but I think. Okay? So I stand corrected, okay? You could have just said, hey, the original capital of Louisiana, of colonial Louisiana, was Mobile. That's all you had to say. Don't come up my comment section and start, oh, stop trying to. No, I'm not trying to do anything. What are you talking about? Like, you're about to get blocked, man. Like, come on, man. Mobile is in Alabama, though, if we're talking about 2025. That's Alabama. Right? Mobile, Alabama, baby. Okay? But we're in 2025 now, so we're not in colonial Louisiana anymore. We're in 2025. We're in modern day Louisiana now. Like I said, if I'm not mistaken, I believe even Minnesota. If I'm not mistaken, I believe. Matter of fact, let's go do our research so we can fact check everything. So this is another question I wanted to ask. So now that we understand that Mobile was the first capital of Louisiana, okay. So now that I'm aware of that, now what I want to know is Louisiana culture still alive in Mobile? Because I don't really know too much about Alabama, so I wasn't aware. I wasn't aware of these things. So let's see. Let's see if Louisiana culture still exists in Mobile, Alabama. Colonial Louisiana roots of Mobile. First capital of Louisiana. All right. Modern day Mobile culture. Mardi Gras. So there's Mardi Gras in Mobile. I was not aware of that. Mobile still has traces of Creole architecture. Okay. Over time, Mobile absorbed a stronger Alabama Southern identity. That my exact thoughts. So yeah, they might have like small little pieces of Louisiana culture that still linger around, but for the most part, their culture is separate from Louisiana culture for the most part today in modern day. So Louisiana style culture exists, but it's more blended and less dominant than in Louisiana proper. Relevance of Louisiana culture in Mobile today. It's not irrelevant. Mobile celebrates Mardi Gras and acknowledges French colonial history, but it's not as central to identity as it is in Louisiana cities like New Orleans or Lafayette. Okay. In short, Mobile has a cousin relationship with Louisiana culture. They share roots, but Mobile went its own way under the broader Alabama Deep South cultural sphere. So yes, Louisiana Creole culture still lingers in Mobile, most visibly through Mardi Gras, Catholic heritage, and some French roots. But in everyday life, Mobile feels more Alabama Southern than Louisiana Creole. Okay. So I stand corrected. Mobile was the first capital. Nobody's trying to erase anything. Okay? Like, I don't understand why people love to troll me so much. Why do people love to troll me so much? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand why y'all love to troll me so much. You got so many different people that you could troll on the internet, but people want to troll me. Stop trying to erase. How am I trying to erase anything? I just wasn't aware. I knew Louisiana was much, much larger when it was in its colonial period, but I wasn't even aware that Alabama was a part of the Louisiana territory. I wasn't even aware of that. Now, I knew there was a bunch of different modern day states that were originally colonial Louisiana. That was another question I wanted to ask ChatGPT. Minnesota, was Minnesota? Because I believe Minnesota was too. Now I asked ChatGPT, was Minnesota a part of? Because my cousin lives in Minnesota. I've been up there a couple times. I got 3 cousins that stay up there. So I asked it, was Minnesota a part of the original colonial Louisiana? And give me a list of all the modern day states that were a part of the original colonial Louisiana. Was Minnesota a part of the colonial Louisiana? Yes. At least southern Minnesota was. When France claimed Louisiana in 1682, it included the entire Mississippi River Valley and its tributes. Minnesota. Damn, it stretched to the Appalachians. I didn't even know that. So now let's look at all the modern day states that were a part of the original colonial Louisiana. Arkansas, Missouri, Iowa, Minnesota, southern part, North Dakota, eastern part, South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, eastern part, New Mexico, Colorado, Wyoming, Montana, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, Tennessee, Kentucky, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Michigan, Wisconsin. So yes, Minnesota was a part of the colonial Louisiana. Yeah, you heard that, folks. I'm trying to erase mobile history. Oh my God. No, I just wasn't aware, ma'am. People always want to troll me, man. Out of all the people you could go and troll, man, they just want to troll me. I've been said this in a video a couple months ago. I'm not an expert, man. I'm not an expert. I'm still learning myself. So if I'm not aware of something, all you got to do is just put me on game. I don't know everything. Put me on game and then we could talk about it. But don't come in my comment section telling me I'm trying to erase this and I'm trying to erase that. Nah, man, you can kick rocks and get the hell off my goddamn platform with that mess. Colonial Louisiana by modern U.S. states, fully inside colonial Louisiana. So Alabama wasn't even, the state of Alabama wasn't even fully inside colonial Louisiana. But Mobile was the original capital. Alabama was partially. There's another question I want to ask ChatGPT though. What was I going to ask? Oh yeah. So here's another question I wanted to ask. And this is a big one. This is a big one right here. Because that video that person commented under, that video was me talking about the differences between certain groups of Louisiana Creoles, such as Lafayette Creoles, New Orleans Creoles, Baton Rouge Creoles. Okay, so now I want to know this. I said, do Louisiana Creoles exist in Mobile, Alabama? And I'm not talking about through migration. I'm talking about Louisiana Creoles from the colonial Louisiana when Mobile was the capital. Do Louisiana Creoles still exist in Mobile, Alabama from colonial Louisiana and not by migration from modern day Louisiana? The AI responds and says, I see exactly what you're asking. Not about later migration from Louisiana into Alabama, but whether the original Creole population that formed in Mobile back when it was the capital of colonial Louisiana has persisted into present day. Did that population survive? And so Louisiana Creoles, yes, they did exist. But did that population survive? Yes, but differently than in Louisiana. In Mobile, the Creole identity became absorbed into Southern and African American identities over the centuries. I mean, that's somewhat kind of what happened here too, a little bit. So Mobile families, they don't even identify as Creoles, according to the AI. They simply identify, but you can still find plenty of people in modern day Louisiana where we still call ourselves Creoles. But according to the AI, people in Mobile, Alabama, they don't really do that because Louisiana culture is not really strong in Alabama. Yeah, you got little pieces here and there of the culture that still exist. It's just not the same. Key distinction from Louisiana. Language, foodways stayed strong because of relative isolation. Right. In Mobile, the Creole roots exist, but were assimilated into broader Southern culture. The identity did not stay as distinct. Okay. So yes, descendants of the original colonial Louisiana Creoles still exist in Mobile. But unlike modern day Louisiana, they rarely call themselves Creole today. Their heritage lives on more through Mardi Gras traditions, parishes, rather than as a widely recognized cultural identity like in Louisiana. Okay, so nice little history lesson for today, folks. The trolls, I'm telling y'all, man, if you want to come and troll me, you will be blocked. It's one thing for you to put me on game. That's cool. I'm all for that because I don't know everything and I'm still learning. Okay? So that's fine. But please, man, don't troll me, man. Please, because you will be blocked.